Well, fourth time's the charm. I have no idea what's going on. Um, wow, it was probably as confused. I saw this wonderful chat room happening with all these people talking, and I couldn't get there, and they wouldn't. Won't let me go there. What a freaking joke! And what is this even like? Hello, let's do this. Just go messages. Wow. So I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to apologize every 2 minutes because the oh my God, hi Susan. What a miracle you found me. I saw I saw the wonderful chat room going on with all these people saying cool things, and I can't get to it. So wow, what do you say? Freaking YouTube, you should be so I'm probably not doing these live streams anymore because YouTube's a freaking joke. What a bunch of crap. Hello, happiest wife ever. Oh my God, you guys. How did you guys even find this? Like, what the hell? Isn't this is pathetic. I spent hours on YouTube today setting this up, getting it all ready, and it doesn't work. It's worthless. Oh, happiest wife ever, don't stop live. You have no idea. I spent 4 hours today. Hey, Kyla, setting this up, working my ass off, doing all this bogus stuff, reloading drivers and log errors and doing all this crap. And unbelievable Northern Idaho Sasquatch. You have no idea what I went through. And I'm back after all I did. Here's my computer. I'm back on the. Thanks, Amanda. I'm not freaking out. It's just so frustrating. Like hours and hours of wasted time, all for absolutely nothing. Holy crap. I appreciate your patience, Kyla. Like I work so hard because you guys are amazing. You guys have incredible questions, and I love doing this show. But oh my God, they should be embarrassed. It's pathetic. You have to buy third-party software, and I paid for it, and then it doesn't work because my drivers. They should be embarrassed. Like I'm embarrassed by this joke. What a joke. Anyways, let's do questions here. Whoa, we got Dan here. So I'm back on my phone, guys. I'm so sorry. I saw that chat room just going like crazy. Amanda, I don't know if you can go or somebody can go back to the chat room where everybody's on, waiting for me to go live on the video that I set up today. Just to say that I'm over here, third time up. So, but Dan has a question. Have I heard many stories of Sasquatch taking dead, dropped animals? Ever considered baiting them with cameras? Well, Dan, no, because Sasquatch, as far as I can see, have tremendous abundance. Everywhere I go, everywhere I live, I see them as just having no problem surviving. They follow the elk herds, and even to me, Dan, the way I see it, honestly, the Sasquatch wake up in the morning and they don't roll out of bed. They just, sleep wherever they want. Can you imagine the freedom they have? They have no possessions. They don't have even that whole adage about they're nocturnal and stuff. They just do whatever they want whenever they want. They move at night or daytime, whenever it's fun. They do a lot of nighttime. They used to do a lot of nighttime stuff with me. I just think it was good for them to dominate at night. But my point is though, a Sasquatch will just wake up in the morning and go, I want bighorn sheep today. I want to have a deer, and they just go get it. Like you're not dealing with some scavenging. Like when you get bears or mountain lions, a lot of times, even if it's the smaller ones, the older live as a cooperation, more like wolves, you know, and I think they like their meat a certain way. They like their berries a certain way, and and I just don't see them having any trouble surviving. And if you remember this too, Dan, if you go into Sasquatch habitat where they're in their home and you dropped a dead animal there, they'd watch you doing it. You put up a camera, they're going to watch you put up the camera. They're going to see your intention. So really, really always try to get it, try to think about the level that they're at. They're such incredibly smart beings. You think there's dark forces at work messing up your screens because of its content? I don't know. Pete, there's a couple PhDs that I work with that really think there's stuff like my online presence is weird. Like the way some person from the Mercury Times has a stupid story and it's like top, and there's really good news stories and really good content that we have, and it doesn't go anywhere. And yeah, it's weird how I don't know how to explain it. There's just online there's weird stuff happening where I'm being hidden and put down. in the search engines, and I'm confused by it. But uh, I'm sorry if it keeps freezing. Is it really freezing? Because it's not freezing on my end at all. I hope it's not freezing anymore. Any your Sasquatch file just sent you an email of a track. I'd love to see that Sasquatch file. Thank you. Right now I'm so crazy busy. Oh my God, I'm crazy busy. So uh, I'm this close, guys. Like I pretty much made it, and I don't want to talk. I don't want to preempt it, but I'm right on the cusp of becoming just a full-time Sasquatch researcher with all the donations and everything. So I'm doing the best I can. I'm working real hard right now, and I'm just cleaning things up and getting my life organized as best I can right now because I'm so close to being a full-time Sasquatch researcher and making deals with people. The expeditioners are all coming through, and the donations are all coming through, and I'm getting things organized. My website's back up; it's well protected. The website got taken down, and there was some major damage done. That really, it was very damaging. You know, Sylvanic.com is gone, probably forever, and you know, some just a lot of damage was done to all the organization. And well, I'm becoming a not-for-profit organization, so because it is all not-for-profit, so. Yeah, you know, and we're right there. That's I guess that's the big news today that I would like to say is, boy, I'm so close. I think next week I'm just gonna announce it. Hey, I am a full-time Sasquatch researcher based on the cooperation that we have built together, based on you guys. So thanks, Randy. Randy says I'm the best. I've seen Bigfoot 2 times as a soldier in Louisiana. Really, as a soldier? Huh? You got to tell me about that, Randy. It's Bigfoot Encounters or Bigfoot Encounter at gmail.com. Amanda, Cephisaurus will post it in a minute, I'm sure. I just see them having such tremendous abundance, and why would they go and do that? So I see a lot of horses near where I have seen them in Texas. Yeah, it's good. There are wild horses in Nordegg and in Kananaskis around where I've seen Sasquatch. So I was thinking the same thing, Pete. I wonder if there's a little sabotage going on somewhere. Yeah. Well, let's not worry about that. Grand James, hi from Mission, BC. Yeah, Mission, BC is so cool. Right around that crazy awesome Harrison spot where there's just so much Sasquatch activity. Sasquatch Park is there. Around that area, a news crew went to Harrison or a lake around Harrison and started interviewing people who thought about my court case, and they couldn't find one person who thought it was not a great idea. Hello from Washington. Hope to go on an exhibition we soon around here, maybe in the Gifford Forest. Well, I am doing stuff in Washington, and I want to keep doing stuff in Washington. So you want to email me? I'm going to do more exhibitions there because there's lots of big deal stuff going on in Washington. What an awesome state it is for Bigfoot. I think Washington State is probably like British Columbia in Canada is a really good province, probably the best, certainly the best province for Sasquatch around Harrison. John Green, Renee Hinden lived around there, and there's lots of stuff going on there. But I think Washington's another level up where it's just there's so much going on there. People are so into Sasquatch. Travis Pritchett, hey y'all, it's my first time with you on the show. Big fan, like long walks on the beach, a good cup of coffee Monday mornings. There's my intro. Hey Travis, nice to have you. Alea Moon, sometimes they might be so sick they scavenge or be hurt. But remember, Alea, that there's a troop of them, right? They're groups and they stand together. So unless you got the lone rogue that's moving around, which has to happen in nature too, right? That's how you prevent inbreeding, is males and females will move from one group to the other. But I don't know. They're even at another level where that might not even happen very much. So you've heard stories of hunters losing a kill to Sasquatch taking them, and that's like maybe a game, right? That's not says Northern Idaho Sasquatch. I have heard that just even recently, and that just might be like a little dominance play, a little game, a little fun for them. So that's, could they have killed that deer themselves or that animal themselves? Absolutely, for sure. So maybe just like a dominance play thing, having a good time. For God's sake, the Sasquatch would come and sit on me. They sat on Survivor Man, so they have fun. They have a sense of humor at least at some level for sure. What do they do with their dead? Yeah, I don't know. Something, I think, but I don't know. X-Men? I don't know. I don't remember. There's so much stuff going on. I remember hearing about it, but I don't know anymore. I think they move around lots during rain and flooding in Texas. Yeah, maybe. I don't know much about that. Texas is a different world, right? Lots of different stuff for me. I'd love to go and hear Sasquatch scream. I want to have it on my bucket list. Well, when you hear it, Raul, I don't know, it'll be on your bucket list. It's pretty. They have lungs like you can't even like. They're so loud and they're so powerful. So there's lots of other things I think you should have on your just to see one should be on your bucket list. That'd be better, I think. If a Bigfoot saw me, he'd be fascinated, intrigued. I can behave like an animal, communicate with animals very well. Well, good for you, superior number one. Yeah, it's awesome. Um, that's how you get them to come around is just by impressing them, right? I hope they can't get to 12 feet. That's crazy. Up in Alaska where they're going to be bloody enormous, where bears and everything are huge around salmon spawning in abundant areas. So maybe 12 feet. I don't know. I don't like to think that though. That's huge. That's crazy. I heard about the soldiers in China. It's funny how that makes, makes headlines and stuff. I haven't even looked at the prints yet. Who knows? So I don't know. How's your center coming along? Fantastically. The center's coming along fantastically. It looks like it's all coming together. So I'm scared to because so close right now, and it's because of you people that I'm doing so well. I get so much support, so many expeditioners. The expedition that I've taken out, they become close friends of mine and fans, and I get so much support from you guys. I'm so humbled by it. I'm so grateful. Thoughts on the Isdalia? I don't know what that is. Hi y'all. Hey from Northern. Todd, when doing Sasquatch, tend to start breeding spring? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I would think Adam Smith not though. Um, yeah, I just don't know. I mean, they're gonna probably have the same 9 month thing that we have with chimpanzees and gorillas, right? So are they gonna be smart enough to breed in the spring, or so babies will be born in the spring, so they have to breed 9 months before that? I don't know, but primates aren't like that, right? Gorillas, chimpanzees, humans, and Sasquatch, they don't have they have monthly cycles. So gorillas and chimpanzees in the zoos, they put them on human birth control pills, for God's sake. That's how they stop them from breeding. So is it glitchy? I'm sorry. Mine's working amazing today. I don't know why. Maybe because I was just so screwed up. But what message or meaning John Jeff concluded about the three structures, twisting and breaks? What message or meaning has Jeff, John, and yourself concluded about the tree structure and twisting breaks? Well, I think they don't have any theories on it. It's all me. So they just listen to what I have to say about it. And my theory is the structures are from. I never saw twisting, but I see twisting, but I don't go here, don't go there. Yeah, sorry, it's lagging, guys. I don't know. It's working it's the best I've ever seen it work so far. NCTO, I don't know what that means. I don't like acronyms. Just say what you're gonna say, guys. Like no acronyms. So, hey, any idea about Bigfoots do when they're dead? I think they do with their dead, based on what the Indians do with their dead, than other animals or animals do, because these are hominids, right? Why do you plan to use Why do you plan to use cameras at research center? Is that family group used to cameras now? I don't know, Tony. I don't know. I'll use cameras. No, I just change every day. It doesn't matter. I go based on what's happening. If I can use a camera, cool. If not, I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, networks and people that are investing money in this, they all want cameras and footage they don't give a crap about, which is really annoying. But they have the big money, so I have to go get footage to appease those people. But that's frustrating. It's frustrating dealing with networks and money and stuff, because they want the business to succeed. They want the money and they want the footage, and I've been doing that a lot and dealing with that, and it just pisses me off. It really does. Like I get really ticked off about it, because I have all this incredible success and all these great things are happening. You want footage, you want better footage, it's not more footage, you want more than 60. And it's like, holy crap, you don't even know what's going on here, and I have to deal with that garbage because, it's money which creates funding, which allows me to do the research. So it's definitely the downside to this. Those networks, those people have no freaking idea. They live in big glass houses, and they're so corrupt, and it's very difficult. So the famous thing is very unappealing to me. I don't like it when people recognize me when I'm around. Well, I like the fans and stuff, and you guys support me, and I'm so flattered by that, and it's amazing and fantastic. I'm so grateful for the fans, but I'm a very private person. So I've had two encounters. Pamela Hammer. Well, yeah, Bigfoot Encounters at Gmail. I'd like to hear about it. Hi Todd, Gina from Pays, still freezing. Great. I'm sorry it's freezing, guys. I don't know. There's Cephisaurus putting up discoveringbigfoot.org. Yeah, it's all coming together. I'll have some audio I'd love to share with you. Yeah, Christopher, again, bigfootencounter@gmail.com. How much longer before we can make non-believers eat their words? Well, G-Bell, I'm not going to be spiteful or anything. The species has to be proven, though. It can't hide that much longer. I mean, it's got to come out. Times are changing. It's technology is gonna. They got to be discovered soon. I just want to make it real ethical. So no, thank you guys. I'm excited and hopeful for all that's to come. All the work with it. Well, thanks, Emperor. Very cool. Hi, Todd. Can you please speak more about your personal experience and interactions and encounter? Respect, JH. My personal experiences, there's hundreds of them. I don't know. It seems like thousands of times. I don't know. I've had so much. You have to be real specific. Ask me a specific thing. There it is. Bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Graham, good. Thank you. Thank you, Graham. It's nice to have somebody be proud of me. What will the research center, Broken Time Lord. What a funny name. You guys are hilarious. The research center is just, it's having a sustained presence. You know how frustrating it is to go to Radium as an example, and then you have some interesting stuff happen. It's okay. Maybe you have an encounter, and then you leave and you come back a month later and all this stuff has gone on. There's new tree breaks, new tracks all over. When did they happen? And what were they in response to me? Were they in response to somebody else? And how are they moving? And now they're gone for a month. Maybe where'd they go? What happened with the client? There's so many questions that aren't getting answered because there's no sustained presence. So the point of the research center is to have a sustained presence out there where there's always somebody recording new breaks, recording the interactions, recording if they're gone or not. And then next year we can rise up and go to another level. Right now it's very, it's very hit and miss, and we're not seeing patterns because we're not getting enough data. It's data and noticing patterns and taking this to the next level, like legitimate research like they do with gorillas and chimpanzees. So I bet they laugh at us when they know someone is trying to trick them. Positive forward, Todd. So much looking forward. Proud of you. Thank you. Thanks, Ontario ITC Research. Want to go up Bigfooting? Well, that's the expeditions, right? And they're almost full. I haven't even talked about the expeditions. I barely mentioned them. And oh, there's Mark. Hey, Mark. How's it going, man? Call out to Mark. Mark is going on an expedition with me. Very nice to meet him. And yeah, nice to see you here, Mark. Christopher Knoll Research, I don't know who that is. I wish him the best, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's crazy. But I don't know anything about him. So I don't want to talk about Dogman. I've seen Dogman. Yeah, that sucks. Daughter saw. I don't know anything about Dogman. I just do Sasquatch. They could exist. I don't know. How do you like Harry and the Hendersons? I wanted to meet the people who consulted for Harry and the Hendersons because I was impressed with that work. I was really impressed with that show. I really liked it, and I thought it was a good show. They could, there's so many ways they can go with Sasquatch. They can make them into monsters and scary, and a lot of shows do that. I was so impressed with Harry, and I love Harry and the Hendersons. I've always been a fan of it. I didn't think Bigfoot was real when I first saw Harry and the Hendersons, and yeah, I don't know about somebody's asking me about the soldiers in China. I have no idea. I haven't even looked at the footprints, and I don't really like photographs of footprints because I could be so easily fooled. I think they have to be bad to to not fool me. And Yeti are going to have different feet and do different things and walk differently. So I don't know. Yeti is a different subspecies of Sasquatch. So of Gigantopithecus is my theory. So so I don't know. I've got a superior idea to locate the multi-position thermal camera run by. Hey, superior number one, you got a good idea? Send it to me. Bigfoot Encounter or northbigfoot@gmail.com, right? I'd be shocked if I came close to a Sasquatch. Yeah, I am still shocked when I get close to them. I love it. It doesn't happen much, it's hard. So this year, what do we have? Like three good sightings, out of 12 people that came out. So it's hard. It's a lot, Hit those likes. Thank you. I'm so terrible with names. Hi from Wisconsin. Hello, Wisconsin. Happiest wife ever. My whistles. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there seems to be something with Sasquatch and horses, but I don't have enough experience to do it with horses. So I've had numerous encounters with a family of 3 since 2007. Well, awesome, Steve. That's so cool. Yeah, really cool. Send it off to bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Love to go on an expedition. Dreamline. Well, expeditions are getting better and more efficient and less expensive and easier to come on. Of course, I didn't bring a drink because I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get this darn live thing to work. But yeah, it's a dream of mine to take people on expeditions. It's been so fun. The people have been so amazing. I used to think expeditions were ridiculous. I would never do something like that, but it's the people. You know, it's just the people are passionate, and there's something about people that have this passion for Sasquatch, and I get along with them so well. And it's not Sasquatch, you know. It's I don't know, just passionate and open-minded and like-minded. There's so many amazing people in this, and it's been wondrous to take people out. They teach me stuff, and that's really like what was, you know, the final straw to do this. Is people are enriching my life. And shout out for Oregon. Washington and Oregon are very Sasquatchy. There was a little bump. So we're talking about the Sasquatchy. Yeah, that was definitely a freeze. But John natives I've dealt with, they don't like that term squatching or squatchy and all that stuff because they have such a reverence for the species, such a reverence. It's like, it would be like, and I apologize if it's offensive, but, you know, saying Jesus-y or, you know, I'm all Jeebused up. They consider the species very serious, very powerful. And so John Betternagel and the natives don't like it when you use that term. But I agree, Washington and Oregon are incredible, awesome spots for Sasquatch or Bigfoot activity. Is there a practical use for Sasquatch urine? I imagine it being very effective cleaning solution. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that. That was thanks, dude. Oh my god, it smells. I could tell if a Sasquatch peed somewhere. It like hurts my eyes. So no, you would never you would never drink that or use it as a cleaning solution. Like, dude, the way gorilla smell is strong. Like, these are big giant primates that are very full of testosterone, and I think that has a lot to do with a powerful scent. And the Sasquatch have a powerful smell. And man, if you cleaned your house with Sasquatch urine, that would be almost as bad as cleaning it with skunk urine. Like, it's bad, dude. Don't. It's hilarious though. Do you think they could climb? Yes, 300-foot redwood. They could climb like a chimpanzee, like unreal. But it's going to go back to when they get bigger. Gorillas have more difficulty climbing when they get bigger. So maybe the bigger Sasquatch. Why would they climb a 300-foot redwood? Well, maybe they would to go get a good view, but that mid-tarsal foot and those arm and hand strength power that they have, they certainly could. So yeah, I very much think they could easily do that at any age, probably. Can you film the beast more than post them as proof? I don't really. Can you film the beast more and post them as proof? Well, they're not beasts. I could film these beans, sure, but it's hard. It takes time, it takes money, it takes effort. It's hard. You know, that's a goal this year. We'll see how it goes. So, hey, South Sammy G'day from South Australia. G'day. I love Australia and New Zealand. Right below it, I live in New Zealand, and Moria have their own Sasquatch, the first Europeans that arrived. That's weird, you know, because then I hear no for that from New Zealanders, and now yes. So I don't know. I thought no in Africa. Then John Betternagel straightened me out. There's totally legends of Sasquatch in Africa. So, hello, Wayne. Thank you for the love. Why do you think Bigfoot have white hair when they get old? Like, I'm getting white hair like crazy. So in this past 3 months, my hair has gone white from my crazy life. Hi, I'm very proud of you. Thank you, Lola. I can't donate, and I've tried to go to the U.S. several times, but my visa was always denied, maybe because I said I want to go see a Sasquatch. How can I help your investigation? Well, I don't know. Email the Bigfoot, what is it? Bigfoot Encounter at Gmail and talk to Amanda and see how you can help. Hey, thank you so much, Adam Green, for the $2 donation. And YouTube, under $5, they just keep it all. So YouTube is very grateful for that. I'm not gonna lie. So this will probably, even I bet you they have little spiders that are monitoring me saying this about them, and like, oh, we gotta block him and ban him because he's telling people the truth. But yeah, donations on Patreon are easy, and then on my website now, discoveringbigfoot.org, you can go to PayPal there and make a donation there. Um, thank you very much for all my supporters. Oh my God, I what people, wow. I don't, I'm so flattered. So many people just today, like 10 people started donating, and I calling them and talking to them, and it's just amazing. And you know what? Thank you, Adam Green, though. Thank you very much. Do you think they detect infrared? Absolutely not. No way. I'm 99.9% sure. No way they detect infrared at all. So nothing can. So um, sporadic reports in NZ, I'm assuming that means New Zealand. MK Davis shows footage of people using mirrors and cameras. Good. I don't know why you would do that. So there's Amanda, Bigfoot Encounter Gmail, discoveringbigfoot.org. Why have you not been on solo research in the mountains lately or any time in the past 4 years? It seems like most of your photos and video evidence is fairly old, dated. Anthony, that's an awesome question because it's so hard going by yourself. And mostly my son has been, my son has been wanting me to be super extra safe. And my son it's been really hard and stressful on him because he loves his dad. And he knows how dangerous it is for me to go out alone. So it's been it's been hard because I know I can probably get some incredible results going out on my own, but it's my little boy that's just he's so concerned about me being safe. He wants me to come home so badly. He's been out there in the wilderness with me. He's seen how dangerous it is. He's seen the bears and he's seen the wolves and the mountain lions and stuff. We know wolves aren't dangerous, but it's I don't know, and everything that can go wrong. It's my little boy. It's just a promise to him. And this year now, people are pushing me and they want me to do lone expeditions, want me to get better footage. And I may go fight for that, but it's just so dangerous and it's hard, man. I just kill myself. I come back and not sleeping for days. Like it's a grind. You know that like look at the Navy SEAL training where those people sleep. And last time it got pretty hard a couple days because I got to stay awake to make sure my expeditioners are safe. And then I don't get sleep, and we're doing, they get sleep half the night, and I don't really. And then I got to get up and hike around all day and do stuff with them, and I still got to be alert and watch about what's going on. And the food isn't a problem. You add that like burning mussels and food and wild animals, and it's dangerous and it's so hard. Expeditions are so hard alone, going hardcore backcountry. It's really, really, really hard. It's tough. It takes its toll on me. Survivor Man asked me once out in the field when he's like, I need somebody to do Survivor Man. Why don't you be the next Survivor Man? I laughed. I'm not doing Survivor Man. I'm not going 7 days without food, surviving in the wilderness. Like, it's brutal. Like, I take food with me as best I can, and it's hard, and I get my ass kicked, and weather destroys you, and animals and everything. I'm not being the next Survivor Man. They don't pay. No, it's not going to happen. If they paid me $1 million, I'd do it for one season. That's not going to happen. So it's brutal. It horribly takes off your life. It's really, really difficult. So, yeah, and I just want to. Anyways, do you think they have 46 chromosomes like humans? Yeah, I don't know, Brandon. I'd like to have that information. So sometimes I do so much with the genetics and the DNA and the science, and it just kind of blows my mind. And but yeah, I don't know. That's and we'll figure that stuff out. How much do you want a personal search with you? Well, Marianne Adams, email me. Go to my website, discoveringbigfoot.org. Go to the expeditions page, email me, and we'll talk about it. It's not about, we have to have a discussion. So, because it's hard. People the reality of what I do hits them and they change their mind, I get like a 95% fallout rate of people that are all gung ho, hey, let's do the expedition, blah, blah, blah. And I talk to them and they realize what's really happening. And, suddenly the mind starts changing. So it's even a lot of work to set up expeditions, just going through all the people I have to do. You think some of the people who went missing in the wilderness were taken by Sasquatch? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. There's bad Sasquatch out there. Hey, Rango. Hi, Rango. I don't know what that means. Mary Adams, thanks, hun. Here's Todd's expedition page. There you go. Look at Cephisaurus just taking care of business. Technology could be improved and could yield much better proof and evidence. Yeah, I totally agree, Anthony Baker. But technology also costs money. And then stuff gets wrecked and damaged and destroyed by weather and falling down and all the stuff. So thanks, Lila. Good night. Can anybody top that? What top what? Can you you can be sure more funds are coming. Yeah, it's people are doing awesome. So I'm sorry I was a little pissy at the beginning. 4 hours of computer crap and downloading and stuff, and this freaking program still doesn't work. I'm back on my phone. I was all excited to do it properly and organized, and it's just a debacle. So mine's not going through. Thank you. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. So I am Jamie. Ontario research is the best for searching Sasquatch. Well, yeah, you should love Ontario. If you're from Ontario, love your home. Awesome. So, yes, buffering, lots of buffering. Need to research in the Areodax. I'm just not starting new. To think not going to discover them sitting at home. Absolutely, that's true. So, do you ever go out looking for big feet, Joe? That's asking somebody else. Knowing from your stories and experiences told, the videos and chats of some very close scary calls, lucky to be alive. Yeah, I feel that. I don't want to think that. I don't think it's luck. But it is a little bit, so I don't know. No, it's not. Actually, I don't think. When I learn and I listen and I'm a really good student, I think that's helping. So sorry if it's buffering, guys. It's doing good. This is the best I'm at home right now, so I'm live way out in the country and I'm on satellite internet. So Solo, don't get research so we can have your back, man. I'll go out and do the grunt work. Well, thank you, Emperor. Hi, Jamie Harms. It's hard to imagine. Pete, I grew up in New Zealand hunting and fishing. MK Davis also shows footage of alleged Sasquatch peering. Yeah, that's cool. MK Davis footage, cool. He does analysis. He does analysis and stuff, right? Why don't you partner up? I bet you'd have 1,000 people knock on your door. Partner up with who, Gina? Why don't you partner up? Yeah, with who? I don't know. I partner up with whoever I can. So, any recents of East Tennessee? I don't know. Do you practice territorial pissing on expeditions? No. Good. Northern Idaho. I certainly can go into the woods and knock their door and take a selfie with them. Yes, they're very... Hey, Todd, I was looking forward to Wednesdays and seeing all the different questions and answers. If you ever need anything research, I'm here. Cappy, thanks, Cappy. I always need stuff, so you should email us and see what you could have. I really want to find someone to go out with. Yes, and that's just something I really have to do, is start connecting people, being that conduit that connects people everywhere. So I just so far behind with all the, right now, like you have to prioritize stuff. And right now, things are going so good with expeditions and donators, and all these people are helping out so much that I'm really moving forward with that. So we really need that. What do you think Sasquatch find to be the most interesting thing about humans? I don't know. David, that's a good question, but it's individual Sasquatch. Each one thinks differently, right? So you got to find chemistry with a Sasquatch. It's a lot. That's a lot to do with luck, right place, right time, right? So, oh my God, would you set up cameras on dogs and turn them loose? No, that would be a mess. So, I have a problem with your live always loading. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Pros and cons, right? Is it worth it? Just be patient, let it load. So makes sense actually when those things were prime healthy age expeditions along the field, best result experience. Okay, good. Lots of stuff there. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. It is what it is. I don't like that expression, it is what it is. I find it kind of a brush off. Hello, Toledo, Ohio. I love Ohio. Ohio is beautiful. I have a excellent, amazing friend from Joe. Anyways, most of the top of the food chain animals are not worried about being seen. Why Bigfoot? Yeah, they're not. And they're totally apex. And I don't think they are worried about being seen. I think they dominate so dramatically and they're so powerful. They're such an incredibly apex species that, yeah, they're up there. Nothing would happen, even if I ate a field of marijuana. Okay, talking about marijuana. Hey, Jen Young, thanks for listening. How come they're so worried about being seen? I don't think they're worried about being seen. People are so freaking insane. Like, I can track a lot of animals, bears, mountain lions, wolves, deer, elk, bighorns. I can track them because I understand how they think. I have trouble tracking people because they seem like they do the craziest things. People are so foolish. They're like insane, and the stuff we do is crazy. People are so crazy. And I think Sasquatch just see how crazy we are and how separate we are from nature and technology based. And they think we're insane. And I think they're a lot right. I'm trying to be less insane and build a relationship with them. And it's hard because I'm civilized I fall into that category of the insanity. You know, stuff going on right now in my life is insane. There's so many things that are insane. The world is crazy. You know, Donald Trump is president. Like, what the hell? And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's just crazy. You know, so the world is just crazy. Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? What's up? You know, it's like the world is crazy, and we're so insane, and they're just afraid of that. I'm afraid of that. People scare me. The things that people can do, the lies and the deceit and the dishonesty and then the goodness, and but you don't want to take the goodness and the honesty and the integrity for granted either, right? The world's a crazy place. It's very frustrating for me. What would you ask Bigfoot if you could mim? What would you ask Bigfoot if you could? I don't know what mim is. If you could talk telepathically. Oh, if I could talk telepathically, I don't know. What I could do to become a better student. That's what I would ask of them. Thank you for asking. You're welcome, Marianne. James Harms, reload your tab or close. Thank you for giving instructions. Amanda, hey Todd. Thank you and Les would ever team up again. I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. Survivor Man taught me a lot. I taught him a lot. We were good. A lot of buffering. Sorry, guys. Okay, still waiting. Oh, goodness. Well, just be patient. I'm sorry about the buffering. Hi from Australia. Hey, back. What a cool place. I'd love to go there. The Darnum Junk Tribe is calling me, the Aboriginal Darnum Junk Tribe in Australia. And they're over here in East Tennessee. Are you the first person? I heard you East Tennessee earlier. What do you know most? What do you want to know most about Sasquatch? Let me think. What do I want to know most about Sasquatch? I want to know. What do I want to know most about? That's such a good question. There's so many things that come to mind. I can't think of one. Like, I just want to learn from them. I just want to be a good student. I want to learn how they live and what they do and how spiritually they really are and how, how amazing they really are. I just want to learn. I just feel like I'm just in my infancy of learning, and I just want to learn all there is to know about them. I want to know about them. I want to know more. I just feel like I just don't know enough, and I want to know more. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. There's just so many things that go through my mind, and I just, there's so much I want to learn. I know so little about them, and they're so exciting. So, how smart are the Bigfoots compared to? Well, how smart are the Bigfoots? They're so smart, so intelligent. It's for me, it's such a level. Like, they're just so smart. So down here in Sutter, Idaho, by Jeff Meldrum, very squatch in this. Yeah, there is. Idaho's one. I drove down when I drove to go see Jeff Meldrum in Pocatello. I was like, there's tree breaks on the highway, and then I'm seeing a structure just off. Well, not a highway, but a road I was on. I went and talked to some people. And they go, "What do you want to know about Sasquatch?" I go, "I don't know. Is there a good food source out here?" They go, "Well, the salmon spawn up this river." I go, "Oh, so you probably have Sasquatch around." And he looked at me, and goes, "I'm not telling you." But, there's Sasquatch in Idaho. Yeah. Even there was, I went to that Bigfoot conference in Washington that I was invited to as the keynote speaker, where Meldrum and Stroud and Bitternagel were all there. It was really cool. And a guy from Idaho was asking me some really good questions, really smart questions. When people ask me the right questions, really smart, tough questions, I looked at him and I go, you're knowing stuff about that. He goes, yeah, I know. So I like those good questions. So it could be the powers that be making them even harder to do it. Yeah, I don't want to get into conspiracies and stuff about the powers that be. That's more of the insanity I was talking about, right? The lies, the deceit, the backs. But there's so much integrity in the world. I just want to gravitate towards that. I need that integrity and goodness and honesty because I'm just really, I don't think they're in Hawaii. But again, this is my opinion and I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I make mistakes all the time, but I'm right a lot too. So just been on your channel and subbed, man. Watch videos shortly. Love to find out more. Yeah, cool. In Australia, they're called the Yowie. Would they eat a dog or cat? I have no idea. I doubt it. Why would you eat a dog or cat? They're not going to be tasty, and there's very little meat on them. Another Aussie there. The kangaroo. There you go. That's an Aussie. What's the most memorable encounter? I don't like to make what's the best, and that's okay, dude. Don't worry about the squatchy thing. That's okay. I apologize. I'm just telling you how my mentors feel about it. My teachers have been feeling about it. That's okay. Okay. Most memorable was when a Sasquatch. I was just chilling out. This is going to take a few minutes, so I'm going to tell this. So I was just chilling out, and I forgot about doing Sasquatch research. I was up in Radium, and I was just for some reason, something just switched on in me. Love, passion, how beautiful it was there, the river, the mountains, the clouds, the flowers, the birds. I was just in love with nature. And I didn't have my cameras or anything. My expedition was almost over. And an older Sasquatch came, I don't know, within like, started out at about 70 yards away from me, and he sat down and, just was kind of foraging around, moving the plants around and stuff. There was nothing there to eat, so he was just kind of, I couldn't believe it. And he kept moving closer and closer over a period of, I don't remember how long, it was a long time. He kept moving closer and closer to me, and it felt like something magic was going to happen. It felt like if I just let this moment go, he's going to take me somewhere, something amazing is going to happen, like there's going to be some kind of contact. There was a Sasquatch that kept moving closer and closer to me, and he was obviously aware of me, and he kind of kept his back to me, and he looked happy, he felt happy, he was giving off really good energy, so was I. Was really excited. And then everything changed when I went to reach for my camera. I've talked about this story before, but just that incident was in the moment before I got insane and made a stupid mistake and went for my camera and ruined the moment. In that moment before was the most incredible experience. It was like daylight, and I could see a Sasquatch, and he was moving towards me, and he was happy, and I was happy, and it felt like there was going to be a connection for the first time, like some incredible, amazing connection was going to happen. And there was no hostility, there was no anger, it was peace and love and tranquility, and I ruined it by reaching for my camera. But that's a moment. There's lots of moments that have been great, but there was no horror, there was no terror, there was no fear, there was no intimidation, and yeah. And I also regret, certainly my biggest, I guess that's my biggest regret. My greatest moment was that happening, where a Sasquatch was like foraging over towards me. He got close, man. He was like, I don't know, 20 yards away. I could hear him breathing, I could see him moving, his hands, his arms. The way he squatted down so comfortably was very impressive to me. He had slender legs. He was like a salt and pepper. He looked like an older Sasquatch. I think he was like a shaman or something. And he was so happy to be around me. It was just, and I don't know how to explain. He wasn't really smiling or anything. I just felt happiness. I felt joy. And yeah, it was incredible. So that's a good long way hunt and eat meat, mostly fruits and vegetables. This Gary Green, I've only ever seen vegetables or plants in their scat. I've never seen any sign of meat in their scat, and yet they follow the elk around and they have to eat the salmon. So straight back to the next question. I saw a really good question there. Oh, lost. Where was it? I think Sasquatch have a photographic memory. I think they're very, very smart. I don't know about photographic. I have no evidence of that. Oh, good question. I don't know about a grumpy old Sasquatch. Some Bigfoots don't like their own tribe, their own herd. Well, sure. And there's just individuals. Are Sasquatch going to like their tribe, their herd, but they're going to be black sheeps? Absolutely. So I found they could be so close to, even like the video that Claudia, super interesting, Nathan. You're the greatest. Mr. Carter, please. Thank you. I'm very grateful for you saying that, but don't say best or greatest. Just, I'm good at what I do. I know you appreciate my work, but saying the greatest, that would be amazing. I'd be home one day, able to. Wow, man, that's awesome. It's really the best way to keep going, Todd. Keep an open heart. Yeah, I might seem like I stay calm, but I have trouble. Hey, Newfoundland. So cool. Do they really smell bad? No, not unless they don't really smell bad unless they're in that situation where they're, a stress situation, and a lot of people are around during a stress situation. So, but no, they don't go around stinking. At least I really don't think so. So, how many types do you think? Just one. I don't know. They look different, but there's different phenotypes and different things about them. But there's just one Sasquatch that I know of. I'm just sticking with that too. I think so. So Sammy Chicken, Sammy Chicken. Says, Sasquatch behavior is similar to that of gorillas. I think gorillas and human beings, when I think about it, I'm just so attracted to the gorillas and the way the gorillas are with the big dominant male and the troops. There's so many similarities that I can see between those two that I focus on that. I recommend sorry, Kyla. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really just I'm so busy with looking at doing my videos and doing expeditions and talking with people that I liked the Utah Sasquatch. Even I'll just say it, like, just again off the top. It's not. I don't know if I don't think they have YouTube channels, but and there was the Kreider guy who's from the southern U.S. It's just super cool. So, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do more and be more involved with that stuff. But I don't have so many hours in the day. You know, it's hard. I'm sure there's tons of people doing great work out there, and it's trying to survive and working through the Bigfoot community. Oh my God, like keep me out of there. The people I admire and have the most contact with, and they stay out of it, you know, and they're juggernaut icons that have a lot to do with the internet and social media, and I can't deal with that stuff so much. What I would like to know, Todd, is who were the three Bigfoots that surrounded you with the flare? Well, there's more than three, Nathan, but it was just the troop, and I don't even know. I know the big male was there. It was more than three though, and there was like three around closest to me at one time, but there was multiple individuals around. It was just the troop. I just Yeah, and the troop just surrounded me, and were trying to push me. They're trying to push me back in the wilderness, and it's a long story. I think I've talked about it a few times, but it'll be in detail in a book if I can ever get time to write a darn book, which is another thing I have to do. So, what do you think of the movie Harry and the Hendersons? Yeah, no, I like the Harry and the Hendersons. I'd like to meet the people that made that. I already talked about that. Is Sasquatch mentioned in the Bible? I had no idea. I don't know no religion. I'm not taking that on with Sasquatch. I'm not even sorry about it. I just stay away. Religion can get very, no disrespect to any religion. I just got to stay away from it. 45 years ago in Oregon, deer hunting, 20 yards, saw me, turned around, walked down the hill, steep canyon near 5 Mile, East Oregon, near Yucca. Well, 45 years ago is a long time ago, Wayne. Congratulations on that. That's amazing. Good for you. Yeah, Wayne, that Sasquatch probably knew you, was watching you, and yeah, it's a lot more than you think, is all I'm going to say about that. You have some of the best shots. Unfortunately, I think you need to even better footage. Yeah, it's true, Russ. I have great stuff, and I can get better. I don't know. Maybe I will get better. Maybe I won't. I don't know. The species will be discovered, though. The species has got to be discovered. They're not going to not be discovered. The next 20 years, it's got to come out. It's just the technology goes so fast. You think the reason there isn't meat in Scat, it's because their bodies are so efficient? No, Tanya, definitely not. The Scat that I saw was completely vegetable. Like there was no sign of any decaying meat whatsoever. What I would say, though, Tanya, is perhaps the time of year. But I can detect meat. Trust me, meat does stuff. And this is the Scat I showed Survivor Man too. It was like no animal eats like that. I don't know what the heck, juniper berries and leaves and stuff. It was so weird. Never saw. That was the thing that really convinced Survivor Man too. When I showed him the Scat, it was like nothing he'd ever seen. It's like bears always have recognizable things in there, and this was just so not recognizable. You know, so weird. It was just so strange. It was powerfully strange. You couldn't not, if you know about the wilderness and you've seen bear Scat and deer Scat and animal Scat, you couldn't look at that Scat and see how it was so big and round, and it was just so weird. There's nothing like it. It just stood out so profoundly. Can Sasquatch make fire? Absolutely not. I don't think they have anything to do with fire. They don't need fire. I could be wrong. I like saying that, but I'm very convinced no. Hey, Todd from Florida. By the way, I got to tell you. Okay. By the way, I got to tell you. From Florida. By the way, I forgot to tell you. Okay. Thoughts on hanging up multiple mirrors? No mirrors. No, I'm not doing mirrors. Nothing technological. Nothing spiffy. Like, I don't know. I try to be very natural about things. So, hi Todd. Always believed. Watching your video confirmed it. Love your work. I hope people don't hurt them. Yeah, me too. I really hope that doesn't happen. Cappy McCappy. You need to put one of those spy cameras behind in the hat. Yeah, I thought about that. I don't know. I feel like I got a spy camera behind me right now. Hi Todd, upstate New York. Sasquatch thriving. Thank you. Shout out, please. Shout out to Rick from upstate New York. Is that what a shout out is? I don't even know what a shout out is. I think I just did it. Do you believe Bigfoot have a language? Absolutely yes. Yes, many. And amongst themselves, absolutely. They communicate. Absolutely. And even let's say this. What if they were telepathic? What kind of language would you speak then? If you were very telepathic, would you speak in images? How would that work? That's very interesting, right? Like we've never known a species that was telepathic, and I'm just throwing that out there as a theory. But because right now, man, telepathy and watch the movie Third Eye Third Eye Spy and the stuff like CIA and remote viewing, this stuff is real. You know, there's stuff happening with this is real science. And there's telepathy is real. They're studying at universities and stuff. You know, telepathy is a fact. So what if this species is the most telepathic? What if this all they do is focus on that? They're bred for it. They're built for it. They're genetically designed for it. Think about that. And I'm strongly in favor of that theory. So, guys, Tuz doesn't know everything about Sasquatches. You are absolutely right. No one likely does. You can't answer all those detailed questions, but keep asking them. That's cool, Albert. I agree. And it's not. I like to guess. Maybe you could say I experienced, and I love to give my educated guesses or have a hypothesis, create a theory, and that's how truth is derived and pushed, right? You have a theory and you prove or disprove it. And let's start with that. So, and I'm not afraid to put theories out there and have them proven or disproven, right? How does Sasquatch show affection? Oh gosh, what a nice question. No idea. Never seen any evidence of affection amongst themselves. Actually, I do have a thought on that. I'll tell you, when I saw a young Sasquatch, man, I was so scared. One of the scariest things. I was just so terrified. So I saw this beautiful young Sasquatch. I think he's about 3 year old. Looked like more like a 6 year old human, but he was really maybe even 2.5, 3. He looked really young. He was beautiful. Like he just jet black eyes, jet black hair, jet black face. Looked unreal to me. And I felt like he was so protected. I felt like they were watching, and I felt like when I saw when I saw that young Sasquatch, I didn't see any other Sasquatch around him, and I was so terrified to do any harm or scare that little being because I knew the parents were there. There was love in the air. This sounds weird. I know. I'm sorry, but it's just my feelings. That's all I have is feelings with that. And even looking at him, he felt so confident to be there. Right? He felt like he was very dominant and above me, and he was. And yeah, I felt like that little dude was thoroughly protected and cool. So that's just what I have to say about that. But I've never seen any affection really, just devotion to one another, and that they move together and they are coordinated. And that's impressive. It's not affection, but it's dedication to one another, isn't it? So what type of communication methods do you have? Do they have is more sign language, vocal? Definitely not sign language, I wouldn't say. Is it advanced, primitive in nature? I think it's more advanced than primitive, Anthony. When does Discovering Bigfoot 2 come out? Oh gosh. Oof. Think about all the computers and the editing and the post-production, the filming and the writing I have to do for that. It's being discussed, it's being negotiated. That might be why I become a full-time Sasquatch researcher. Somebody wants part 2 badly. When I reached for the camera, James McDonald, everything changed. When I was around that Sasquatch I was talking about earlier, as soon as I thought about the camera, everything changed. If that makes sense. The thought of, hey, I should get the camera and show the world, that's when everything changed. The energy changed and it sucked. And yeah. And then when I wanted to reach for the camera and film it, it wasn't about us anymore. It was about getting footage to show the world. And that's your energy changes. And I hope you can understand that. Just shortly, because I know I've discussed that a few times before. Todd, have you ever seen different eyeshine colors? No, only the same eyeshine color. You've seen gorilla selfies past week, standing and posing. Cool. It seems the government knows. The government does know. Utah Sasquatch. Nathan Rio on YouTube. Yeah, that's why I like Nathan. He seemed like a cool guy, and I don't know if he's coming back or what's going on. We have hard times. Life can kick your ass. I sure have learned that in the last 4 or 5 months. Okay, so just a few more questions, guys. I'm on an hour here. For what your expeditions have yielded or witnessed communication-wise between Sasquatch networks? Pardon me. Anthony Barker, from what your expeditions have yielded or witnessed communication-wise? I don't really understand that question. Solomon Islands, South Pacific, 3 Sasquatch types. Okay, and there are 3 Sasquatch types. That's cool. Minority Report. We had them on the East Coast too. They're here. Oh, hi Todd. Question: have you seen Sasquatch with red glowing eyes? No, not red. I love animals more than humans. I sure like my children a lot and my friends. You think they have ways to preserving food? Yes, Phil C. Well, besides freezing? Oh, I don't know. I know they took salmon up into the permafrost. Salmon, and the bodies are all over the place. Sasquatch take them up to altitude and put them in the permafrost to freeze. But beyond that, I don't know. He is morphing into Bigfoot photo. Ooh, yeah, that's terrible stuff. That's such a pathetic thing when they put my morphing head into a Sasquatch. It's so dumb. It's pathetic. Sorry, it's people that have done that are just like it's ridiculous. Thoughts on Steve? I don't know Steve. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. As Survivorman, I don't know. No, Survivorman hasn't seen a Sasquatch since his series, unless he did last week and didn't tell me. Anyone know the website that Todd has high quality videos on? The videos we pay for. Follow Hollow. Well, my YouTube channel has lots of videos, and people that become part of the cooperation, I send them tons of stuff. So most of my great stuff, I put my best of my best in the Discovering Bigfoot documentary. Have any stories of work in Montana? Hell yeah. I was in Montana for like 100 days, Jeremiah. The Sasquatch are in Montana. Hell yes. A man had footage of them in Montana, and I used to cooperate with him, but now we don't cooperate. So why do you think they're cover-ups? Oh, it's so much Matt Murphy. I don't want to talk about the cut-ups. I'm sorry. Thank you. Size of large screams. Why don't you have any neck? They have any... Yeah, I don't know who that is. I like to cooperate with people, though. I agree, species needs to be proven. Yeah. Let's see here. Minority Report, we'd love to see that. Do you have a link? I hope to find... I shut up the naysayers. I'm not worried about the naysayers. Those are going to be naysayers. I'm not worried about shutting anybody up. I just want to prove the species exists. Court investigation into Sasquatch? Yeah. Ride by 36? Absolutely. So I'm going to wrap it up here, people. Thanks, Brad, that you liked my footage so much. You heard a whoop. Congratulations, Michael. Don't know about part 2. Oh my god, look at all these. I'm like so far up there, guys. They eat roots, berries, pine cones. Yeah, leaves, grubbish, fish, fowl, whatever they can get for supper. You know what, Graham? Did we freeze? Whew. I think what Graham Jams is saying here, they eat roots, berries, pine cones, new growth, evergreens, leaves, grubs, fish, fowl. Yeah, I agree with you, Graham. I think there's so much that they can eat. Yeah. Cloaking, no, I don't think so. Yeah. So that was the last little freeze up before the end. Thank you so much, Emperor. Yeah. And I'm terribly afraid and excited for this year, and maybe that's a good thing. So the snow's all melted up here. It's time to get back on expeditions. I was just out looking at Nordegg this past week with a film crew, and there was snow out there. Too much snow to get in. So there's still snow in the deep areas of the mountains, but it's melting up. Time to get back on the expedition trail, and yeah, I'm terribly terrified and excited to get back out this year. So my energy is just like it's never been before in weird ways that are crazy. So let's send lots of positive energy to the Sasquatch and hope some wonderful things happen this year with somebody. It doesn't, not even necessarily me. I wish everybody who's doing ethical, good research with positivity to have incredible success. You know, everybody. I really do. I would love this done. It's not about me. It's about the discovery process as it pertains to the whole world. It's so important. So people that are doing their own research out there, you have my thoughts and prayers are with you. I send you good energy. I really hope somebody has some amazing success this year. And yeah, you guys take care. Thanks so much. I love doing this show. You know, that's probably why I get so ticked off when it doesn't work. I work so hard to make this happen and have a great show for you guys, because you guys are amazing. You guys are fantastic. The questions are always different. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Take care, and I'll be back next week unless I'm on expedition, and there'll be a Saturday video this week unless I'm on some kind of crazy expedition. So if there's not a video, I apologize, but no, good things are coming, and good things are coming.